If you look back at what's happened in the last 3 years, a couple of major trends. The internet has changed significantly. You have sites like YouTube that, believe it or not, just launched in 2006. In a very short time, we've seen the usage of, or the viewing of online broadband videos going from somewhere around 5 billion a year to 55 billion a year. A lot of that is driven by sites like YouTube. Personal networking or social networking has also increased. Facebook, MySpace, there are numerous examples of this. There are estimated to be about 580 million people who have actually used social networking on a regular basis. So there's an opportunity there as well for people with older PCs to kind of update and be able to take advantage of a lot of the capabilities. One thing that these two trends have in common is that the content on them is increasingly going to HD. So a lot of the videos on YouTube are now HD. A lot of the content that you're viewing on the social networking sites is high definition as well. In addition, there are content service sites like Choose2, other sites that are serving up high definition content. Some other examples along the bottom show other trends that have happened over the last 3 years. The next of this is that a lot of this content is going through the PC, and so it's increasingly important that your PC be able to manage that. So let's look back at what a system looked like in the mobile space about 4 years ago. In 2005, we had the Pentium M processor 740, which was, best in class at the time. It was a great processor. But if you tried to encode a 1-minute HD video to MPEG on that processor today, it would take you 24 minutes and 40 seconds. It didn't matter back then. HD wasn't really relevant. But today, HD content is relevant. And if you look at what today's kind of mainstream processor can do, here we have the P9600. We have that same process of the conversion of HD video into MPEG. It takes only 3 minutes and 25 seconds. So there's a 7x improvement in the capability of doing that. So you don't do HD. But there are other things you do that require the performance of today's products in order to be satisfying to the end user. So can you watch HD internet content with smooth playback? Can you watch a full movie, HD or standard definition, on a single charge for notebooks? Can you easily upload, edit, and share your photos with your current technology? Run multiple programs at the same time? Fully experience today's rich internet? If you can't, then I think that there's an opportunity for users to buy and really upgrade their experience. So enough about the economy and today. We think that there's a lot of reasons why users should be continuing to buy PCs this year. We intend to give them even more reasons as we start to roll out the Montevina Plus platform in the second quarter. So you all should be familiar with Montevina, which launched first in mobile in July of 2008. It got the Centrino 2 badge. So that was the first increment of the brand in 5 years. What we're doing in the second quarter is we're increasing some capability across the platform, and it basically falls into these 4 categories of performance and battery life, form factor, etc. So let's take a little bit closer look at the architecture. The items in purple are the things that are new for mobile. So I'm going to start at the upper left. We continue to have average power support, average power leadership. What you're going to see is that switchable graphics that was introduced first with Centrino 2. You're going to see expanded support from that from several OEMs. This is great for mobile because for those systems that need to have discrete graphics, the ability to switch to integrated graphics when that performance isn't needed can save you 40, 50, up to 60 minutes of battery life. So huge advantage for a mobile user to have that flexibility of performance when you need it, battery life when you need it. We're also at the top, the Karin processor. We're going to see new speed bins on that, so you're going to see speeds above 3 gigahertz. We'll have the new small form factor systems that will be available. I'll talk more about that. On the wireless, I'm going to talk more about my Wi-Fi. I did want to point out that when we launched the 7302 platform, we did have our ultimate 5300 solution for Wi-Fi, and that was a 3x3 solution. We now are starting to see access points starting in the second quarter and through the rest of the year come into the market that support 3x3. So the benefit to the end user was up to 450 megabits per second throughput with the 3x3. But if you don't have the 3x3 access point, you'll never realize that actual number. So those are starting to come to market. Good news for the users. And like HD visual quality, we continue to update our graphics driver continually to improve the visual experience. There's some benefits there as well. I did want to remind you that we continue to support the security and manageability.